On July 18th, 2000, at 1800 GMT, the Queen Mary II left Southampton with 2,912 passengers and roughly half as many crew. She arrived at the Brooklyn dockyards on the morning of July 24th with 2,911 passengers. In a brief wire service piece, the New York Times identified the missing passenger as Oliver Weiss, 41, a professor of philosophy at Harkness College in western Massachusetts. He was also my closest friend, and remained so, even after he ruined my marriage. Officials for Cunard, owner and operator of the QM2, prepared a meticulous account of Oliver's last hours. On the night of July 22nd, the QM2 passed 17 nautical miles north of the point where 90 years earlier the Titanic had struck an iceberg. That placed her 150 miles south of Tilt Cove in Newfoundland, heading southwest at 22 knots. The evening's entertainment included a screening, in questionable taste, of the movie Titanic in the Queen's Room, and a performance of Hamlet condensed in the Royal Court Theatre on Deck 3, but apparently Oliver wasn't in the mood for either. He arrived promptly for the 2030 seating in the Britannia Room, joined by his mother, wearing the sapphire necklace that her second husband had purchased in Zurich. The crossing was meant to celebrate her 70th birthday, which technically wouldn't fall until mid-August. Oliver wore a tux. I knew the outfit well, for I was with him when he purchased it in London's Jermyn Street several years before. According to his mother, he was a bit withdrawn, but that was hardly news given their strained relations. She herself was suffering a withering atmospheric headache as a result of the storm. Shortly after dessert and a cigarette in the chart room bar, one of the two enclosed areas that permitted smoking, Francisca retired to her Deck 12 suite, which had a connecting door to Oliver's room. Oliver stayed in the chart room. Receipts show he had a second gimlet, then crossed level 3 to the casino, where he purchased $200 worth of chips and took a seat at a low-stakes blackjack table. He played off and on for 2 hours, ordering a third gimlet. At 00:45, he cashed out with $280, that is, with winnings of $80, a tidy gain. Oliver always was a sensible gambler. He made it a point to avoid unnecessary risk. His next destination was the G32 nightclub, named for the QM2's shipyard hull number, on Deck 2. There, he met a German woman traveling with her brother, a 36-year-old journalist confined to a recumbent wheelchair with late-stage amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. The brother and sister, accompanied by his round-the-clock nurse, had boarded in Hamburg, the QM2's original point of embarkation. Half the passengers on this crossing were German. Oliver and the Germans conversed in a mix of languages, English, German, French, and listened to a Caribbean band, St. Lucia, play covers of popular reggae and soul classics. Oliver and the German woman briefly danced together. As the threesome prepared to leave G32, Oliver handed the astonished lead singer of St. Lucia his $80 of blackjack winnings as a tip. Certainly an impulsive gesture, but a sign of a man shedding all worldly possessions? Not to my mind. If he was already planning a plunge, why keep $200 in his pocket?
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.